So how long does it take to make a music video? This is a question I get asked all the time. Usually from people who are trying to get into music videos, not only photographers or videographers, but even musicians who want to try and film their own music videos specifically for YouTube. It's a really good question. It's not entirely, it's kind of easy to answer in some ways and hard to answer when you get more complicated. So I'm going to answer this question in this video, so stay tuned. Hello YouTube, my name is Tel Stewart. I'm a YouTube content creator for a lot of different channels. I created a lot of the videos for ThePianoGuys, some of the videos for William Joseph, Alex Boyer, Jennifer Thomas, Redhead Express, 5 Strings, and many more. I've done a lot of music videos on YouTube. I've done a lot of commercial stuff too, but today we're talking about music videos. The question is, how long does it take to make a music video? So the most basic music video you can create is a live performance music video. It requires one take through the song and you're performing to the camera, almost like I'm talking to you right now. If I had an instrument and started just playing and the live instrument sound is going right to the microphone and I record that, that's pretty much the most basic music video you can get. At that point, it's the time it's going to take you is literally the length of the song. And if you're not editing it, you know, if you get the song from beginning to end, you like it, and you're not changing anything about it, you're done. There's no editing. You have to get it onto a computer and upload it somewhere. There's a little time to spend there, but for the most part, that's you know, a 3.5 minute song will take you 3.5 minutes to create that video. But that doesn't include a lot of things. Usually, even if you're doing that style of music video, most people haven't gotten it on the first take. Sometimes they do, but usually when the option's there, I like to do 3 or 4 takes, even in a scenario like that, just in case. There's a term in the film world called just, you know, let's do this for safety. And that means that when you've got the perfect take, you got a good take, and you have a little extra time to kill, just for fun, we do it again. It's just what we do. So that takes a 3.5 minute song, and you might times that by 4. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and talk about the traditional performance music video that I like to create, and which involves multiple takes, multiple angles, and editing all the angles together to make a music video that's as seamless as possible. So if you're wanting to make a music video and you're trying to figure out with your time budget and how long it's going to take you, consider this. So let's say you have one artist or one performer, say they're playing the piano. You may want to have 3 or 4 takes of good safety shots. So a safety shot is a take where you record from start to finish of the song. You record it with your camera non-stop, and you usually try to make it so any part of that shot that you had can be used at any time in the music video. It's a safety shot. It makes it so you can go and do artistic things later and take more risky shots. Now, in between takes, you may have 5 to 10 minutes, just depending on, you know, how elaborate your setup is. So per performer, I like to have a few different angles. You can do hands, you can do a wide shot, you could do a mid shot. I would just do at least 4. And you don't have to do what I do. Maybe take this as just a guide. So I like to go in and focus on the emotions of things first. If I'm filming a pianist and they're playing, there's action in the fingers. There's some action in the feet, not a lot. There's emotion in the face and the upper body. And so I like to focus on the face. And you don't have to do a full take just on the face. You can almost use face shots anywhere you want if the emotion is right. And so you move from the face shots to the hand shots. Definitely do full takes on hands unless your story needs otherwise, but you can figure, okay, let's do one, or I would say almost 3 to 4 takes on the hands, because sometimes hands can be tired. Sometimes there's even sections that are harder than others and you have to focus on those sections. But let's say that adds 4 more takes. Then I like to get a few takes of mid shots and wide shots, full body, full instrument shots, getting a shot where you can see them standing where they are, and a few takes with the background where you can really see the background if you're in a place where the background's important. Next, you want to move to like artistic shots if you haven't done them already, and the more artistic shots are like aerials, and I mean, if you're outside, do aerials if you can. They're cool. Depth of field, do cool things with depth of field, camera shake, handheld shots. Just every angle you think of, you have to add another 3.5 minutes to that 3.5 minute song, and that's how long it's gonna, in theory, take you. And just so you know, with drone shots, they usually take a lot longer than you budget for time, and you just have to take into consideration a lot of technical difficulties, either with weather, wind, radio signals, stuff like that. If you're going to film with drones, just plan some extra time as a buffer and make sure you're doing it at a good time and not as your last minute thing. Like sometimes you run out of time while you're filming and you're trying to rush with aerials, and that causes a lot more problems. So really, if you set time for aerial shots, stick to that time. To, you know, if you have to start at 5 o'clock, start at 5 o'clock, stop everything and do your aerials, because they can hold everything else back. With all this into consideration, you can see how fast you'll be stacking footage up. You're going to be adding footage to your hard drives quite fast. Just from what I've been talking about, with one artist, we're almost to 15 to 16 takes. If you're adding another artist, you times that by 2. You add another artist, you add another 15. If you have a band of 4 and you want to individually focus on everyone throughout the video, you might have as many as 50 to 60 takes. That's very common for me. And 50 to 60 takes times, 3.5 minutes, that's a whole day shoot. And then that's pushing it, especially with transitions, battery replacements, location transfers, instrument tune-ups, all that. For editing, for what I do, I like the formula that I use so I can create the music videos that I love and really enjoy. I like to take the length of how long it took me to make the music video and times it by 2, and that is the length of how long it'll take me to edit the video. So if I film for 8 hours, it's going to take me about 16 hours of work to make that music video. Not in all cases, but generally that's what I tell people, so that I have enough time to be creative. You want to make sure you budget enough time for you to be creative and have time for consecutive edits. Not all people will like the first draft that you make. I've only had 2 music videos in the history of my making music videos for other people that people have said the first take was untouchable. And that was cool. It was a really fun experience, and it kind of spoiled me that one time, but it's super rare. Don't expect everyone to be in love with the first draft, and that's totally fine. Being able to learn and adjust and grow and be innovative, it forces you to be innovative to make things work. But make sure you plan for the time to be innovative. So generally, if you have a day of filming, 2 days of editing. That's a basic music video for me. That's my formula. So anyways, I hope this was helpful for you. I hope you can take this information and use it for your own productions. Time management is one of the biggest things with film production. You may be the most creative person in the world, but if you're not planning to have time to be creative, that's really important. So make sure just to think about your shots, think about what you need to do so you do have enough time to do what you need to do. Comment below, tell me what you would like me to talk about next. I now have the sound booth ready to go. It's a cool place for me just to sit down and create content. Also, if you subscribe to my channel, you'll get notified for when I make these videos, which will be every day. That's my goal. And if you subscribe, it'll hold me to that goal. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.